Today's objective. Today we're going to tackle the concept of searching for information via a database versus a search engine. Additionally, we're going to work with a database to collect biographical information, that is, information about a person and their life. Now, a database may be a new concept to some of you, but a database is simply a warehouse of information. The difference between a database and a search engine is that the information was put there by humans and not an algorithm. Search engines retrieve their information using an algorithm, which is a mathematical formula. And since warehouses use humans, the warehouse is organized so that the customer can quickly find the item that they want. Let's look at this in a little bit more depth. If we think about a database versus a search engine, both give us information. However, a database has control, and a database also has finished records. That is, records that we can rely on with information that we can use in our citation. Search engine, on the other hand, has no control. Anyone can post information, and it does not have any finished information that we can use in our project, such as a citation. Let's look at this a little bit further. Let's say I was researching Alexander Graham Bell, and I need to do a project on him, including citations, meaning information telling me exactly where I got the data, the information that I put into my paper. So, again, both the database and a search engine will offer me information. That's where these two overlap. However, a database on Alexander Graham Bell would give me a small number of articles. I'm not going to have to read too much. And each of those articles will be either from a dictionary, an atlas, or an encyclopedia, meaning they're really well written and they're compact, not too wordy. Additionally, the database will create the citation for me. I don't have to go create it myself, which is always my idea of a good time, having someone else do the work for me. Now, if I were to do my project, and instead of using a database, I just use a search engine, well, this is what's going to happen. I'll end up with thousands of articles, as opposed to just a few. I may have to use multiple pages just to find one answer. And last, but certainly not least, I will have to create my own citations. Now, let's think about this. A database, less work. Search engine, more work. For the same what? Information. Well, to me it seems like a no-brainer. A database is an easier choice. A database is a faster choice, which make it altogether the database being the brilliant choice. Now, one piece of information that we need to remember, no matter where we get our information, a database or a search engine, or a book itself, a paper book, is that we always need to reword the information that we find. Why is that? Well, you're choosing to steal from the author if you copy word for word. Straight up. If you copy word for word, you're stealing from the person who wrote it. You're stealing their words. It's stealing. It doesn't matter what you were copying. You'd be copying the Declaration of Independence. You'd be copying a paragraph of Divergent. You're still stealing. And choosing to steal is not brilliant. So, what's the good choice? Reword any information that you find in your own words. That's what reword means, just in case you were lost on that one. Now I'm going to pause this video and I'm going to hand out your packet with the name of your technology executive. All right, let's get down to business. You each have a technology executive and you have on your handout boxes which you need to fill out in order to create a biography cube for them. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the week. So today, as you use the database biography in context to pursue and retrieve some of this information, just a few key notes you need to remember. One, you can choose how to take note of the sources that you're using One way that you could do that would be to write down a bit of a name of the source that you're using. Definitely use more than one source from the biography and context. You might want to use an encyclopedia article, a dictionary article, but just try to take note of which sources you're using and use more than one for sure. Second, really, it's up to you to choose how you want to reword or restate the information as you're writing it down. Just make sure that you do. And lastly, if at any time you feel like you're lost in how to use this database, the biography and context database, please rewatch the video. I'm asking Ms. Wines and I, or Ms. Beals, it depends on the teacher that you have, is not a good choice. Watching the video, again, is a brilliant choice. All right, so now it is time for our how-to video. We're going to look at how to search biography and context for information on your technology executive. But one more thing before we watch that video, just keep in mind that if you choose to use a source other than the database biography and context, I will choose to write you a referral and call your parents. I'm not going to mess around with that, okay? And last but not least, go to the library homepage, as always, to watch today's video again, either this video, the lesson that we're at right now, or the video on the biography and context database if you are lost, or just, grins and giggles. All right, let's watch our video.